Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets, one of the coaches as well. I'm going to tell you something. We're getting the people in the room, or traders in the room, at least the OGs, as you would say, really keeping me sharp. Great ideas going, great communication over the weekend, as well as data. Everybody gets the idea. Everybody that has been in here for some time, really, we had some seasoned guys from the start, but really getting seasoned and getting to know themselves as traders and blocking out all the noise and being professional. It's a job. It's a professional. I mean, try doing some other profession like that. It's difficult, especially like this. Upstart making it. Okay, let's go right in here. As everybody knows, Monday morning is the most. It's everything about TradeGATEHub and TradeView Markets, for that matter, is always about quality over quantity. It's about longevity, and as we were saying in the TradeView call this morning, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know what I mean? I'm here not to, I'm not a Wall Street bettor. I built a 26 career. I have a child in college. I have a summer home. I have a high-end, cars. And that's the fact that I built it up knowing myself and knowing my system. And knowing that, it used to be you're only as good as your last trade. I don't even think that anymore. Things like that don't define you. So let's get in here. And I implore everybody, because I'm going to start taking the training wheels off even further. For those of you that miss this webcast or miss coaches at 9:30 a.m., obviously I do one at 11. Always go back to the Red YouTube channel. Besides being this TradeGATEHub being free, as well as downloading any demo for any financial instrument, basically across the board. At TradeView Markets is also free. It's our best amenity, and we won't see that changing anytime soon. And the reason why we do that was because we can afford it. The TradeView Markets does so much business throughout those financial instruments that they can afford to allot two major professionals like the coach and I to have everybody in here staying. We want you to stay in here. I mean, that's the problem. We don't want you to just go and disappear. It's about longevity. And that's the same reason why Coach and I are here, as MU breaks higher. Great option for. Okay, let me get back down to it. If you missed it, go to the Red YouTube channel. It's all my data. Pause it, play it back, do what you got to do. We're going to get down to business. Okay. This is the most important, I think, of my research, at least over the Twitter feed, or tweets, if they call it. Twitter feed is this. And I didn't post it, but this is one of the likes. And I think this is emblematic of where we are. It's right here. First of all, Roy's a very good trader. Been around for a long time. He's a disciple of Bill O'Neill, and a lot of all the people that I follow him as well. Sharp dude. And when I go over him, as well as I come up with my plan, I write down my plan. And actually, I'm going to do a video upcoming about my plan. Is TradeView Markets, makes a huge major presence on a daily basis going forward about just getting bigger and better, and not settling for anything less. And at my age, it's what, 50, almost 51 years old, and pumped up more than ever. No, I'm not kidding. So this is what he said, Roy. The poor breadth of the market is very concerning. I'm trying to ascertain whether a narrow-led new uptrend in a handful of tech names, and we've been saying, on this, they're hopping on Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, even making a move, Shopify. And it says in a handful of tech names. Now, this is it. It's really, it's a risky, poor foundation that will fail. As you can see, all the big stocks, even American stocks that are brought up, Home Depot, stocks like General Motors, Whirlpool, Harley Davidson. Some of these stocks are pressed. They don't make, define the Dow Industrials or the market, if you will, but you got to keep an eye on them. And that's Roy's opinion right here. Or will these manic tech stocks build the building blocks? Will these rest as the other ones start to come up? There were a couple of nice deals today in the natural and oil, in the EOP sector with MMP and MMP. So I got distracted here. Other stocks are acting well and bouncing back. The XBI, now they're taking up all these other. He's right here. Will these mammoth stocks build building blocks for the next bull market? So it's something's going to give. And with it well within that range, it's certainly not emblematic of the VIX. All we're going to do is keep stock picking. And that's what I do best. I'm not going to lie. Coaches, I leave that up to the smart people to make all those macro moves. Okay, going into the bottom line. Okay. Here we are. Here's a macro. I posted the wrong chart. I apologize, Dizzler. Here's the chart on the comp. You know what I mean? That's that level we've been making. And I thought maybe the other fall of maybe the coming down of Pacific West would have broke us out of that range, or maybe this bank, the debt ceiling, the debt ceiling, if you will, coming out tomorrow. We'll drive it either way. Until then, there are stocks with tremendous range and volume. So let's bring it up here. Always a TJ tradition. We start off with lean charts, go through it at your own time if you can. Fed speakers this week. This should be on the refrigerator. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, you got a freaking 60, whatever, 79 on a test. You pinned it on. This should be on your refrigerator, on your computer, on your television. This is the Fed speak. This is the map. This is what's moving markets lately. The Fed speak. It's there. Pin it. Whatever. This changes rapidly. This percentage of stocks, including their respective sectors, above the moving averages. Everything is fit. This the other day was all in the red. And we had a nice little bounce. Everything here is going from 9. There's nothing over 60, 77. What's that? Utilities. Okay. So utilities and consumer staples are the strongest stocks over for the 50-day. If I was on Gilligan's Island and I got rescued and they says, Mike V, this is what's happening, I just saw this, I'd say we have an inflation problem. That's all. That's what I say. 200-day moving average, all the Utes on the 200-day are the lowest out there, besides the energy. Oh, discretionary staples, technology. So you get the picture there. Okay, I don't even know how to disseminate it. Newmont, there was a deal. Same thing, Wall Street Journal cover. Institutional investors the most underweight as compared to bonds. Contrarians say it'd be good news. I don't know if it's good news. That's why we're here every day doing these videos. Industry groups with breakouts, do it on your own time. Apple, coach might like that one. That's a stat. Doesn't know it's going to come to fruition, but also economic data going throughout the week, blah, blah, blah. Earnings, markets are never wrong. Opinions are. It's hard to break an opinion. It's harder to break an opinion than a bad habit. Trust me. You have a bad habit, contra trading, break it. It's tough, easy to break than an opinion. Here's a stock of the day, AI. Asan, I'm in that. AI was the stock all day long. Had news through the 50-day. Another stock that we know what's actually paying off very nicely now. Asan. And you know what? It doesn't look like it, but Asan was taking those calls, 16, 18, same thing with Path. I'm in the money. I'm actually up in Path now. Path went from 12.5, and that's 20%. 10, what's it? 10% is $1.20. Yeah. 18%, give or take. You acting well. Neo. Am I on the charts? I'm sorry. I wasn't on the charts. Para, not the first day up. There's the AI. I'm sorry if I wasn't going. MU took all the calls and it was acting so poorly and I just couldn't hold it. And it had the calls in it, right? Go through all last week's video. ZS, bull flagging after pre-announcing good earnings, which surprised everybody here. That should be on your list. MU, AMAT, Nevada, BABA, Caterpillar, first day up. Home Depot still pegged low. Target still pegged low. Walmart, on the other hand, all that Walmart family, Lewis, you know better than anyone. They were selling $2-3 billion worth of stock. It was like at 146. It was like the ending of February. I got to keep that in mind. But they're one of the richest people in the world. Matter of fact, the three of the Waltons in the top 20. I didn't hear, unless they're buying a sports franchise, I can't see anything that they'd be selling for. Another one, they're taking up the cheap ones. Weight Watchers. Again. Okay, let me get back. So into this weekend, that was where we were, stock picking still. Sentiment indicator, Goldman, lightly positioned. Bank of America systematic model looks to decrease. Listen, I'm here to answer questions, not to dissertate, because there are so many pushes and pulls that I can't make a sense of an opinion. What I'm really doing is that all the pros that I know or peers that I know feel the same way, and I'm going to learn or execute at this point based on myself. So I really am blocking out all the noise. Really, what I'm interested in right now is stocks with good relative volume, price range, price action. Meaning, if the futures go down 30 handles and my stock acts well, the long, that's positive price action. If the stock goes down with the market, that's not really the type of price. You might as well bet the futures. CTAs are now selling. That's bullish, actually. All right, CTA positioning, go over at your own time because I want to get through some more things. Sector sentiment, everything except energy, I thought was basically in the middle. Energy, fins are the middle. So let's see what happens. Part global conversation with clients, go for McElligott. Natural gas deal, I pointed out this morning. AI. I pointed this out 4 hours ago, which was actually 8 o'clock in the morning. I was actually a little bit late. So, I mean, I brought you, there it is right there. And I also said afterwards, AI, is that this AI's fiscal quarter update. And I posted something late today after I put in the upgrades and downgrades, is that note that the AI guy CEO is on at 4 p.m. on Squawk Box on CNBC. So as a trader, what do I think? Are they running it up into the news? They already had news. Do I want to buy more into the news because it might be the short squeeze? So, yeah, the run might be over. Do I want to buy pullback? So you really got to, concentrate on this stock because first of all, it's got great pricing range action. And there's going to be news after the close as well. For the day traders, you don't have to care what the bonds are doing or the banking crisis. Gerard, how you doing? Have any questions, guys? Western Dig, strong start this morning. I love that stock. I like the symbol. Western Dig is typical. Okay, you had it from 33. You woke up and you're like, "Oh, I have Western Digital," and you sell it. You sell the gap up. They did the rip and the dip, and then it's just stayed along this line and broke high. Excuse me. Storage technology, everybody knows it goes with that. Western Dig Storage Tech. Where's our OM semiconductor? Man, what an animal. Pardon me. All right, let's see what the wise guys are doing. I won't be on tomorrow because I'll be in New York City. And if you have been watching the TradeView, feeds, you'll hear that the whole crew is going to be back in New York City tomorrow. So I'll be documenting actually my trip, but I won't be documenting my trades. Pardon me. Morning rundown. Surge bullish. FXI, China, pins PayPal, PDD calls July. All right. Keycorp, Keycorp, 9-inch RRC, put someone's covering because that was a natural gas situation. RRC, I don't think I'd be shorting here, although it gets a 200-day, third day up for trade, but there wasn't that gas deal. Stock's actually been acting very well, better than the other nat gas stocks or even oils, if you will. Keep an eye on that RSC, SM, SU. So many calls last year. It's always on my mind as at SU. But next, let's keep going with what they're really doing. Pardon me, AI calls, KeyBank. JD had bullish earnings the other day. Now it's starting to round up. JD, keep an eye. BABA. Look at this chart here. I posted it this morning on TradeGATEHub. BABA. Where's our chart on BABA? Keep an eye. Pardon me, Jesus. How rude. Where's my chart on BABA? Got to finish where we started. BABA chart right here. Keep an eye. They are accumulating right in the 80 area. You want it above 90 really to double down. But we'll leave it at that, guys. Really not that much going on. I'll go to my main screen. There is stock picking. Not worried about the indices. We really aren't. We don't care. They're taking up the small wave further squeezing people. Bill, Snow, Twilo positive. Power can't get going. AI. Asan. What a move in Asan. What a sign. Now I have it. Now it's going to 19. Oils, nothing. Wall, always the best of breed. The best of the bankrupt breeds. Schwab was Schwab. Great. Had everything that you would want on Friday. Good price action range, finished near the high on news. Pardon me. Acted well on a gap up. Zscaler. Airbnb, nothing. Fizzler, they're taking that down. FCX. Okay. Micron, this is the one. Boy, now I'm gonna have to chase it. Oh, you don't know how much it's gonna hurt me buying the stock here. Pardon me. But I gotta put my ego aside, and it's not where the stock has been, it's where it's going. That's the one. Buying all down here. All right. Next. Pardon me, Taiwan Semi. I had the hiccups because I ate just that. What is this called? What's the thing with a trifle? That's a trifle this morning of berries. Para, there we go. 15. Where was the bottom on Para so far? The double bottom? All right, whatever. Disney, is it doing anything? It was negative. Plug, I'm in it. A Wayfair, Chewy, Crocs, Kohl's, could have been somebody. That's going to pop without me looking, believe me. It's building that base. It's taking calls too. Sava, CRISPR. How you doing? Now Nutella finally caught up to CRISP. That was inevitable, right? Edit. What'd that do? Gene Edit. Well, Beam was the other one that went. Beam I saw went. That was the last of the CRISPRs. Oh, look at Beam now. That looks okay. All right, Beam. This could pull a CRISPR. It's got it in it. What's the volume? 500,000. All right. All right. TTD. I have some offer to sell some plug. Is rat. Where are they? 798. I think I have to sell it. Yeah. I bought it nice. 740. It's now 770. What else did I have? China stock spot. Baidu making a move. You know what looks good? NetEase. That's the one. NetEase, it's got the highlighter. NEs, calls. My guys were bringing it up over the board. NTES, stock to behold. Not in it yet. SC, another stock they like. SC, why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they like SC? Now it's the time to get in. Support, the weekly. Oh, pardon me. SC, Wayfair, Caterpillar, AMD, ON negative. That's it, guys. I'll leave it at that. Any questions? Pardon me. I will not be on tomorrow. I'll be en route to New York City, but it will be documenting XBI. Now it looks great. What stock do I have? BWV. Can that thing go at all? Only this BWV is going to go soon. I'm telling you. And I got a lot of it. God forbid it goes back to 20. Oh my God. You know what I have to do here? I'll leave it at that, guys. Okay. Any other questions? I'm here all day. Thank you for communicating. Gap Stores taking volume. I just saw Gap Stores off the bottom. You got to pick that right. Although activist investors, those type of trades really haven't been working, like a wolf. They keep taking up the better ones. Shopify. There's the chart. Oh, that's a weekly. Shopify. Keep taking them up. Flagging. Shopify. Google. Flagging. Microsoft. Resting. Bleeding. So you get it, guys. Roblox not acting well. But you know what? Whatever. Where's PayPal? This is the frustrating thing. Here's the chart on the Qs today. Okay. Qs are at the high. PayPal I had long. Now PayPal, I'm selling at the high, near the high. Now it's near the low as the Qs are at the high. But I did sell it well, but it should be 63. Now, do I buy more or do I sell it? I certainly don't buy more. DraftKings resting, GM still going down, GE. I thought it was a short at one point. Actually acted well and broke out now again. GE, I thought it was going to break. But that wind did that to me back a month ago when I thought it was going to break down. It was breaking down there, but now it's back down again naturally. Sava, speculation, Kohl's, Affirm still going, Upstart, Twilo can't get going. Toast came right back down. Toast might be interesting here. VFC. Am I going to double down on this thing for 19 times? I can't, but it pays the divvy. I'm going to do it. VFC, I'll be happy to pay 25 for. Happy to. That's different than buying a micron down here. All right, so let's go and check with leave with the wise guys. And I say this all the time, is Bob and JD are ripping. Okay, what are they doing? Baba, ANF, Teradyne. All right. AMD into May, they're squeezing. Banks, AFRM, they're going to May, they're squeezing. Walmart, May, squeezing. Snap into June. I don't want June's. I want somebody bombing into like September, PayPal. All right, there's a guy that stepped up. All right, guys, I'll leave it at that. All good? If not, they'll be in later. I'll be posting in the morning. I leave, I believe, at 8 or 9 o'clock. But trade well. Thanks for posting. Have a plan, guys. Cheers.